Hello everybody, it's me, TONIK TZW, and we've got a Spud run here for you because not all games go according to plan. It's in the Tier 7 Tashkent, and I was working hard to finish the grind towards the Delny. And I have called this video Thank Duck That's Over, and it is dedicated to all the special players out there. You know who you are, and we all know who you are too. Somebody asked me to put some details on about my captain's builds and inspirations, so we're just gonna flick through this here. We've got Vladimir Trubetskoy, and we're running main battery reload. We've got AP and HE damage, but we're up on detectability. We're using twisted track because it always comes in handy, and we've got a slightly longer smoke screen. And we've got unstoppable because nobody likes to have their engine out. On the ship itself, oh sorry, I missed out my inspirations of Eric Beer for a little bit of concealment and Charles Madden to give me some traverse and reload time so I can get the guns down range. We've got aiming systems mod 1, steering gears mod 2, slot 3 is concealment system because we've got to have some concealment. We're a destroyer. And then we've got main battery mod 3, which is further reducing the reload but extending the turret traverse time. So we've got a carrier game. My AA isn't awesome, and I know that the way the teams are split, that this is going to be the strong side. And that Odin there, tooting his horn at the start, is going to be absolutely epic in this game. He is going to be the most special of all special people that there are in this game. He is going to be about as much use as a chocolate fireguard. Now, because I've got 6.5k detection, and I know this is going to be the strong push, I do not want to be running straight in to a whole load of ships. So I'm going to use movement and cover. I'm asking the carrier for some help, and this guy actually did quite a good job as and when he had planes available and there wasn't a more pressing thing going on. He did come over and give me the support, and I was eternally grateful for that. But sadly, as I said, this is a Spud run, and we just couldn't for the life of us have a team that could do anything. You'll notice that our Odin appears to be where he started from, but he's not. He's actually in reverse. And if you keep your eye on his little icon there, just to the south of me, you'll see for the first 14.5 minutes of the game, he does absolutely sweet duck all. Now, I know there is a destroyer pushing out here. There's the smoke screen. And, you know, it's a nope moment. It's a turnaround because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 ships there pushing in. We've got a destroyer on the cap. That's 5. We've got more than half of the enemy team coming in this direction. The rest of our team has migrated towards Alpha Cap or is sat on C Cap. Now, there are a total of 6 destroyers in this game. 1 is going to survive. I'll let you have a guess at who that's going to be, and it's not because I played chicken either, because I really do try to get into the fight on this one. Now, I've turned around. I'm going to back up because if that destroyer is coming forward, he is going to come into my detection. And I'm also looking, I've got a JB, I'm thinking, oh flip. And then we've got a Vladivostok. I think there's a Bismarck there as well. And there's the destroyer. And we're going to get literally straight onto him with guns. We're not going to try torpedoes. The carrier's got him spotted. We are going to go guns and do what we can to get rid of this guy off the map. I have no doubt that he has held his torpedoes and is just waiting. I'm going to try and sneak a shot through the middle there. We can see the torpedoes coming thanks to the carrier getting some hits. He does take a torp off the carrier. We're now screened from the battleships because of that big island on our right hand side. and we're going to stay on guns for this summoner. He is going to take a few hit points off us, but that is a kill. Not the first kill of the game, even though it's happened quite rapidly, because we have already lost 2 of our 3 destroyers to red team's 1. And I'm thinking, whoop-de-doo, this is going to play out just marvellous, isn't it? Now that JB, we see him pushing down, and I'm expecting to come charging down with his engine boost on and come past the corner of this island. I can see that he's getting closer and closer, and so I want to be further away. Our friend the Odin is there, so we think if we head towards him, he'll be able to get some salvos off and do a little bit of damage. We put a spread across the corner because we're thinking he's going to come straight down there. And then we lead a little bit further out and took a final salvo in to try and pick up in case he turns. In fact, no, I didn't fire that final salvo. I kept hold of them. But our Odin here is almost reversed to the back of the map. You'll see my mic flashing up on the screen every now and then because I am asking for help. And there is none. There is absolutely none. There is one ship on this side that is actually doing anything. It's the Massachusetts B, but he is a thirsty kill stealer. Or should I say, he does his best with a full salvo to take guns off the map. Now, that JB is out of sight, and I'm thinking, has he gone back behind the island? But then I remember there's a little niche there where he was last spotted, and he is obviously tucked in that. Now, all I can think is perhaps the Odin and the JB were sync dropping into a game and had some plan about something they were both going to do. Perhaps they were going to go and shoot each other and survive the game and try and get a dreadnought or something like that. I have no idea. But that JB, he is in that gap in the island and he's going to sit there pretty much the entire game. Our Odin has reversed against the edge of the map and he is going to continue to reverse down the edge of the map, like I said, to around the 14.5-minute point of the game. There's our Massachusetts. He's nearly dead. You know, he's being focused by potentially 4 battleships there. There's a destroyer on B cap behind him, and I have got torpedoes running on the Bismarck. But because of the turn that he's put in to get all his guns on, he's avoided most of them. But there's a third set running in. They're not the hardest hitting of torpedoes, I don't think. But I'm watching this Bismarck, I'm watching the Massachusetts, he is low health, I can't get in close enough for him to rebuild. The Bismarck takes a torpedo, he's flooding, he's already damaged con, he's about to die. And so the Massachusetts fires a full salvo into the side of him, instead of perhaps the Vladivostok. So yeah, epic. But guess what? Mr. Massachusetts is not long of this world. He is going to disappear. Now I know that Russian battleships have limited heals on them. I do get spotted, so I'm going to try and get some fires on this guy. Or should I say he's got limited damage controls. So if I can force him into a damage control by getting some fires on him, he's going to have to put those fires out or lose a significant amount of hit points. And then I'm going to want to try and get some more fires on him. Now he's slammed the brakes on there. Now that kind of tells me that he's probably using the engine mod because he starts and stops very quickly. We have got another fire on him. That one's ticking. And he decides that he isn't going to sit there and wait to be taken to pieces. We are 4 ships down to 3, but red team have 2 caps. I've been pushed away from the caps because of red team's hard push down that flank. I know there's still a destroyer out here. We're now down by 5 ships to 3. This isn't working out very well. Vladivostok knows what's out in front of him. He knows that he can run me down. And I am going to try and get some torpedoes in his general direction and hope that something connects. But all the while we've got this smoke running, we're in the last few seconds of it, we get another fire on him, and this is one of the bad things about being a destroyer in a carrier game, where a ship might continue sailing in a straight line and give you a beautiful kill. If the carrier runs in, chances are that ship's going to turn. Now, we've got the, what is it there, a Yadachi spotted there. He's twisting and turning. There are spotter planes above him. We're going to try and get some guns on him. We know that this Vlad is probably got us dialed in, but if we can get that Yadachi off the map, keep going, keep going, keep going. Do we get him? I don't think so. Somebody's shooting at him. But he's still there. He's popped a smoke. He's covered. He's hidden. The carrier took out the Vladivostok before our torps could get anywhere near him. So my next step is to push back in, because I want the caps back. I want to try and take control of this game again for red team. Sorry, for blue team. Twist and track is telling me where that Yadachi is. I can see that there are dive bombers coming across the top of me. I'm going to have to run down in a straight line, but he's not going to sit in that smoke once he knows that I'm coming. There we go. The spotter planes are up. I'm spotted. Yadachi knows I'm coming for him. 6.5 versus what, probably 5k detection. I've got no option but to go straight against him. There he is. We get a gun salvo off, and bang, he is gone. So we're kind of pulling it back. It is 4 ships plays 4. There's the torpedoes, and the Jean Bart has decided to come out of his hiding place. I managed to squeeze through those, and I want to try and use this Yadachi smoke screen to get some fire onto this JB. I can see that there are targets closer to my left, and I'm very wary of that. There is still another battleship out there and the carrier, and I don't know where they are, but pretty much it's me and our CV and one battleship, because that Odin is there in the bottom corner of the map being absolutely useless. Now the JB's thrown in a turn. He probably thinks that there are torpedoes already on the way, and I'm going to slap some across there. I see that I've got, is it a Friedrich de Grosser? A Freddy G? Right there off my left flank. Now if he was to turn into this cap now, I would be shafted. The only saving grace is he probably knows that it's a Tashkent and that he could be getting torpedoed. So he is going to carry on sailing straight past and not be too much bother for us. We get 2 torpedo hits and 2 floods onto the Jean Bart. We get a fire onto the Friedrich de Grosser. We narrowly avoid getting torpedoed by their carrier, but that has given me an indication as to where their carrier is. He is off to my bow on C cap. I'm in a very, very difficult situation here because I have no eyes. I'm on the cap. I'm trying to turn it for blue team. I know this Jean Bart is running me down. I'm watching for my torpedoes. They're ready. We get the cap, and so I want to get the hell out of here. We're down to 3 ships, or should I say we're down to 2 ships, because our Odin is still way out there in the bottom corner of the map in reverse. Jean Bart is obviously running 3k detection, and so I decide to use this island for cover. I can see that he's still flooding. Me getting spotted gives the Friedrich de Grosser a chance to get secondaries on. Everybody else takes a pop at me. We put the torpedoes out, and I think at least one of those is going to connect, and it is going to give us our only medal of this game. There you go, we get a liquidator. And then I make a mistake, and this mistake is probably going to cost me the valuable few seconds that I had to get another kill. And it is a shame, but look, There we go, with 1 minute 33 on the clock. The Odin has decided to come off the back of the map. I don't know what was going on there. I did ask them. I didn't get a reply. But, yeah. That Odin has probably cost us the game, because had they been in a position to get flanking fire onto those battleships along with that Massachusetts, this game might have been a different story. It's 3 plays 3. I can see from twist and track that the carrier is literally right behind this island, and here potentially I make another mistake, because instead of going to the left I go to the right, and in hindsight I should have gone left, because that would have given me the few extra seconds I needed. He's focused on me now. My AA is trying to do what it can. We're on 124,667 damage. It's not a bad run, but the clock is well within the last minute. In fact, we're under the last 30 into the last 15 seconds. This guy is amazingly close, but we just haven't got time to take him out. We see there that the torps aren't going to connect before the clock runs out. We fire them in absolute futility as the clock ticks down to 0. So there we go. It's a different way of playing destroyers. It's a way that I'm not used to. We just break 125k damage. We pick up 3 kills. Probably should have been 4. But we finish top of the board. Massachusetts there, middle of the board with his 1 kill. Red team take a win, and we actually beat all but the top 3 on red team, even though they had their win bonus. Thank you very much for persevering and sitting through this one. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if it's your first time here. And if you'd like to, click on one of these links and go and watch a few more videos while you're here. Until next time, take care and goodbye.